What's up, guys? So hopefully you watched part 1 of this video series looking at my squats, and this is now part 2. I titled this Fluff because I call all my isolation stuff kind of fluff. Not that I don't think it's necessary, I just think it's definitely secondary kind of a thing. So if you follow me in the past, I'm not a big fan of seated calf raises. I kind of like talk shit on them all the time because I don't think they're really necessary. You're talking about your gastroc versus your soleus and whatever, but you see, I threw some in today. I did 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. And I actually did this exercise first. I really just noticed my soleus is just like incredibly weak. Like that's 25 pounds. Like I'm not really sure how most people do this because I see people with like 5 plates on there and they're just kind of like having a seizure kind of a thing. But so I don't know like what a good actual strength is on this. But I bumped it up really heavy here for 30 pounds. On this one. So yeah, I've been throwing this in there just because I think my soleus is really weak, not really from an aesthetic hypertrophy point of view, but more of a just overall, muscular endurance thing. So it's not really hindering my squat and things like that, since I might be one of my problems with my form, or it could improve my form, just having better flexibility and things like that. And at worst, it's not really going to do anything for me, and I'm wasting 5 minutes of my day. So that's pretty much where I stand with standing calf raises. If I had to throw something out of my routine, this will probably be the first thing. And another thing I did today, since it was my hypertrophy day, I supersetted some stuff. So you'll see that if you watch the very end of my 3rd video where I look at the whole routine. But so yeah, I did. This was my 4th movement of the day. So I did seated calf raises, lying leg curls, and just alternated back and forth. So I did 3 sets each of those. I do that quite a bit on my hypertrophy days just to get out of the gym a little bit sooner. And I'm never working the same muscle group. It'll be like an antagonist or maybe just not really related at all, such as, calves and hamstrings. So it's not really going to hinder me on my lying leg curls. Like I said, I got through this entire workout in about 90 minutes from like warm up to completion, and it was pretty damn high volume. So I don't want to be in the gym for 3 hours training. And like I said, if it's not going to hurt me, then I roll with it. So this was my kind of 5th exercise. Was standing calf raises, so I performed this after the seated, and this was a little bit lower rep range, so I did 4 total sets of 8 to 10 here. Again, I really don't want to wear my Romaleos for everything, as you're seeing this video. It looks like it's an ad for them, but I just didn't have any other shoes, so normally I would wear a different shoe for those calf raises, but pretty standard stuff there with the calf raises. And like I said, I also supersetted this with 2 ab movements. So I did the 4 sets of calf raises, so I did 2 sets. Well, I did a set, and then I did hanging leg raises, and then I did my 2nd set, and I performed ab rollouts. So I did 2 sets of hanging leg raises and 2 sets of ab rollouts, and they were just in between sets of the standing calf raises, if that makes sense. So like I said, I've been a lot more consistent with ab training. If you follow my Fitocracy or anything, you've seen that. I don't remember the last time I didn't hit abs on lower body day, and if I do, I make sure I come in like, just to do a few sets on my off day or something. Again, I'm not sure how much of a difference it's going to make in the long run, but considering my not so great ab genetics and fat distribution there, building some muscle there will probably be really helpful for me, especially the next time I step on stage, or just trying to stay, look a little bit leaner in my off season, whatever you want to call it. Some people are fortunate where they hold their fat in like their back or their legs or something, but I tend to, like, I have veins in my arms like at 15% body fat, and I have like veins in my legs still, you know what I mean? But if you look at my abs, it looks like I'm a chubby guy, kind of. I mean, not really, but it's where I hold most of my fat, so building some muscle there can kind of help just aesthetically next time I diet down. And then, so yeah, this was just my 2nd set. Actually, I think this was my 2nd set of calves. Again, 8 to 10. Some general rules there, guys. Just make sure you're doing a dead stop at the bottom. I probably talked about that before in my other videos. There's certain muscle groups you really don't want to ego lift on. Back is one of them. Hamstrings is another one. Calves is another one for me. Those are big ones where I focus on progressive overload, but they're definitely going to be, just slower overall. It just I do 180. I have pretty decent sized calves. I do 180 for like sets of 10. Don't really focus on like loading the stack up on calf raises. So then I moved on to, like I said, I had 2 total sets of ab rollouts. So this was I believe my first set, again, just doing some more ab work, and this is a little more functional than like a crunch or something. So this is really kind of stability and stuff like that. And again, if you're squatting, you're deadlifting, overhead pressing, things like that, you're getting some core work in there. You know, it takes a lot of core to do heavy stuff like that. But again, I don't think this is going to hurt me. And if anyone needs it, it's me. So that's it for this series, guys. Look at some of my isolation stuff. Check out the final part of this series where I talk about my leg extension, occlusion stuff. If you want to see me in some pain, make sure to check it out. So I'll see you guys later.